Maybe it was really low on gas is the reason it didn't start. But, I'll try to put the phone in there so you can see. Like there's a little bit of fuel there. Sorry. There's a little bit of fuel there, you can see. But that's after we put about a gallon in there. So maybe it was low on fuel was the reason it didn't start. Or why it, broke down. So I have to change the fuel pump assembly anyway so I can get rid of the low fuel light. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I have to mod the fuel assembly properly this time instead of the way I had it. Let's see if I can grab it. You can kind of see that it's kind of cocked to the side because I have the one clip on. I have that other clip on there. Okay. The one in the back there is not even on. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I also think the fuel level wasn't reading correctly also. When I look up the part numbers for the 9901, it has a different part number from the 02 to 03. So I'm pretty sure that was the issue. Just ran low on fuel and didn't know. And the fuel light has always been on no matter what I did. So it should be a very simple procedure. And hopefully that'll fix that issue. But I really won't know because maybe I'll drive it. I really want to start doing the double overhead cam swap, so I want to get that started soon. I'm gonna start working on the cylinder head, and I really want to get it turboed. No need for me to just drive it around. I can drive the Prelude around, the black Prelude. So, all right. And so I have the fuel pump out for the Galant, and I got the used one in the mail. Used one is on the left. You can see it has a pigtail still on it. So one thing I noticed off the bat, it doesn't have a low fuel sensor, an exposed one at least. This one has one over here. This one I don't. Maybe it's in here. Who knows? And it does have this here and this doesn't, so that's also different. So I'm going to go ahead and start taking the fuel pump apart, and I'm going to mod it properly so it fits together without stretching the tabs. And I'm most likely going to drill maybe a hole or two at the bottom for extra flow since it is a bigger pump. And we're going to put it back in the Galant, and right now the gauge in the Galant, it's reading just a little bit over a quarter. But I bet you any money when I put the proper pump in there, the fuel gauge would read correctly, and it's probably going to read very low. Because when we looked in the fuel pump, there was barely any fuel in there. That's just what I believe is going to happen. So let's get to it. And so it's hard to get focus there. I cut a little bit off the top so it's flush with the tab there. This one I cut a little bit too much. And I shouldn't say too much, I just don't know yet. I'm going to go ahead and put the fuel pump in the assembly and see how it fits. It's supposed to be snug. So this is how it looks when it's in. When a little bit of that top was there, it wouldn't sit flush. The tab wouldn't sit flush there. So I'll put it together and see how it fits. I got two to mess around with, but this one's not. This one won't allow me to clip the assembly together, then I'll use that. So drill 2 holes at the bottom to help the flow. That's the original, and these are 2 extra I'm gonna go ahead and put the thing together. I got the brown filter on there. They're both a squeeze to get on. So just hopefully I get all the clips in. I mean, it was fine the way how the old one came out. So so I got the tabs all together. They don't look stretched like they were on the old one. So go ahead and install it, and we'll take a look at the fuel gauge and see if it goes down. Alright, I have the fuel pump in now. It's showing 1/4 from where I last had the old fuel pump in. But we already took a look inside the fuel tank and seen that there wasn't much. At least it appeared to me. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to turn the ignition on. I won't try to start it. I want to see where the fuel is at. See, look at that. The fuel is starting to go down slowly. I'm going to pause it and we're going to cut back in a couple seconds. So about 2-3 minutes later, it'll probably keep going down because there's barely anything in there. So, like I said, the body harness is for 02 to 03, and the fuel pump is from the old harness, the 99 to 01. So I kind of figured that there was going to be an issue, at least with the low fuel light, because that was always on. At one point in time, I did try to see if the fuel level was working, because I did fill it up and the fuel level did move, so I thought, okay, it should be working. But I guess to a certain point, it does not work. When we looked at the old one, the arm on the fuel level was a different size. I'm not sure if that's an issue or if it's just electronics that's causing the issue with it. So everything is swapped over. So I'm going to put some fuel in there, and it already started already, so I'm not worried about it not starting or anything. It'll be fine. So I got to start working on a double overhead cam, start ordering parts and get that going. I know I talked about the side skirts. I'm trying to figure out if I want to make a mold before I put the side skirts on. So, and I'm also waiting on rear lip add-ons. We're going to see if Jordan actually starts making them. If he does, I'll buy that. And from there on then, body-wise, I'll start wrapping it up for the Galant. So, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.